I'm going to try to design an entire app from scratch without touching Figma using only Claude Design. Now, a lot of people are talking about design tools as a thing that is going to end graphic designers as we know it. So let's put it to the test. Let's see if these models can put their money where their mouth is and have us generate a high quality interface that we could actually build code off of, that I would be comfortable showing to a client or customer. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this in the comments, but I'm not going to be using Fable 5 for today's video. While it is the most capable model, it currently runs entirely on usage credits. And I just want to simply replicate the process of somebody signing up for a paid plan of Claude, using Opus 5, and seeing what we get. So for the purposes of making it fair, Opus 5 is what we're going with today. For the design system, I'm going to use one of their pre-built templates, and I'm just going to go with Nocturne personally. Something I find interesting here too is that I can actually upload a .fig file, so they know that people are actually coming to this over Figma. For my prompt here, I'm going to use a fairly complex prompt. I'm going to give it a task. I'm going to give it the specific design requirements I want, as well as the layout structure, the app logo, all that stuff. I just want to create a simple banking app. This would be pretty much tantamount to what anyone else would put in here. And when we actually hit submit, I want to see it actually generate a high fidelity mockup. Just the basic stuff that you would find in any banking application on the planet. It's go time. I find it interesting for Claude Design that even though I selected Opus 5, the default effort automatically went to medium instead of high. Okay, so in about 2 minutes, we got our first design here, and I'll be honest, it's a lot. The visual hierarchy for the overview looks surprisingly clean out of the box, but I gotta be honest, the purple is not working for me. What I find even more interesting is throughout the whole process, it's actually going and fixing things even after it says it's done. So after it actually created the code here, now it's actually running a check for issues. Wow, can I actually see what, oh, did I just close it? I think I just closed it by accident. That's fine. In terms of a first mockup, it's not terrible. It's pretty obviously done by AI. There's nothing that's really different about this. It's just kind of meh is the way I would describe it. The color scheme is not working for it. These are all just different sections that have been kind of thrown in there. New payment doesn't work currently. So first attempt, passable, maybe. But for an actual banking service, if I had a bank that came to me and said, hey Josh, I want you to build me a brand new user interface for our banking app, I would be ashamed to show this. If there's one thing I want to change first, it's this. First of all, why is that so long? I do have the ability to edit little bits of the code here, like overflow, things like that, opacity. But that's really just basic code that's attached here. It's not really helping me at all in terms of actually refining this. For this next prompt, I am going to just up it from medium to high. Oh, interesting. I can't actually up it from medium to high. I can put it to low. Claude will need to reread the whole conversation. Interesting. So it's capped at medium. Okay, well, I guess we're just sticking with medium in this case. I'm just going to send a prompt because the biggest thing I think that is the issue with this is not that it necessarily looks bad, but I think the biggest problem here is that if we're building a banking app, banking apps need to be usable for anyone from the age of 15 to 99. The way that it looked was just too modern. Version 2. Now this is a lot better. This is what I'm talking about when I said that I wanted a banking app. The last banking app just looked like a vibe coded piece of slop. It does definitely need to fix. Oh, it did it. I spoke it into existence. Okay, well, I was going to complain about that, but I guess we don't need to worry about that anymore. But the history of the transactions, transfers, send money, who are you paying? Paying from what account? Choosing what amount to send. Can I actually type in here? Nope. Okay, I can just click the buttons. For this purpose, it's fine. Fee, none usually arrives in a few minutes. Review this transfer. It has everything that you would typically want in a banking app, but I've noticed that it really hasn't expanded on this any further. We've still got the same structural components here. Overview, transactions, transfers, and cards, which is basically the same screen. The only thing that changes is the little navigation up here, and settings, which is very, very basic, and just completely missing a profile and security settings screen altogether, or alerts, or sign out. At this point, we've got 2 different instances of the initial prompt to actually build it, and then the secondary prompt to correct what the initial prompt had. This one, structurally, I'm much happier with, but there's still something missing. The biggest problem with this that I have so far is that it still doesn't feel real. It has a lot of the basic concepts of what an AI would suspect would be in a banking application, your total balance, your spending, your debit card, but real banking apps are constantly trying to sell you on their offers, loans, mortgages, things that the bank actually offers. This if I look at my settings and I see full name and email for statements and alerts and how should we confirm transfers, it tells me right away that this isn't a real banking app because this is a profile and security screen for MySpace. Or maybe if this was a banking app in 2002. This is better, sure, but speaking realistically, there is a lot of room to grow here. What I really want to see is, can it take this initial concept we have and actually make it feel like a real banking app? Something I could show off. Right now, it still feels like a beginner prototype that I would generate for a project at school. And it is rebuilding it from the ground up. Let's see what we get. Yes, hello everyone. I am Josh, and today we are going to be presenting the Vault Bank redesign. Do you manage billions of dollars? Yes. Did I build this in 10 minutes? Yes. We've got the account summary, we got the money market savings, currency accounts, credit line. You could transfer, you could pay a bill, you could deposit, you could look at your monthly statement, spending for the month, debit card, recent activity. This looks pretty much the same. The convert currency here with this little eye that says rates shown are mid-market spot and they're held for 30 seconds. That's typical user experience that you would want to see in an actual real banking app, and I'm glad that Claude included it here. Credits and loans, make a payment, credit score, upcoming payments, settings, exactly the same. Nope, done it all. I don't even think that does anything. This doesn't do anything. Now, a static mock is, okay, I gotta take this thing off. This is hot. Static mock is easy, but does it do things like actually making it mobile responsive? We're gonna pull out the trusty network tab here and we're gonna pop this into an iPhone 14 Pro Max. And ooh, no dice cowboy. Okay, completely kept the desktop navigation. Let's see if I just set it to responsive and I adjust the width. Okay, it does have some sort of responsiveness for desktop. And when we do make it mobile, that does happen. But this little side piece here never actually goes away. So I would say it's desktop responsive, but it is not mobile responsive in its current form. That might take another prompt. Now, I want to get this thing out of Claude Design and actually make it a real app. I can export it as a PDF, HTML, PowerPoint, or if I want to, send it directly to Claude Code. So the final question we're answering, is Figma dead and can I build full-scale production-ready apps with this software? Doing it this way would completely bypass weeks of designing in Figma. But it did struggle quite a bit for a lot of the things that would be considered more polished and production-ready. If I was building an enterprise-grade banking application, this would be a great start. But there would be a certain point where I would say, thank you, Claude Design. I'll take it from here. So it's not a Figma replacement yet, but it is an unbelievable assistant. I mean, if you're designing user interfaces, how do you use it? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.